Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Procession small outdoor indoor sconce, wall sconce. This is technically an outdoor fixture made out of aluminum, but it's so beautiful you may elect to use it inside, and I think a lot of people will. This is the 40-3052. Smaller of the two sizes. Check out the larger one too. Watch the video on it. Don't forget. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 27.5 inches tall. Width on it's coming in at 8 inches. Projection is 3.9 inches out from the wall, which means it's shorter than 4 inches out, which qualifies it to be ADA compliant. That's the Americans with Disabilities Act. So you can use this in a lot of commercial applications like hotels and restaurants because it doesn't come out more than 4 inches. And it's also good for hallways exactly for that reason. You can kind of brush right by it without having any problem. Let's get into a couple more things. Let's talk about the backplate on this. 25.3 inches tall, 7.4 inches wide. Mounting height. Distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box is coming in at 14.3. It is 19.6 pounds. Just hangs on a simple J-box. I want to show you a bit more information about that though, and how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to show you well, it'll open it up, and it's going to be the installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a lot of good information about this sconce, and you should look for them on all the Hubbardton Forge fixtures on our line because those are always over there, and they're there for a reason to show you some good info. So some of the info you're going to see is a full parts list. You're going to see the construction of this, how you have all these multiple panels kind of coming out from each other, and it gives you the impression they're kind of going down a corridor because they kind of get smaller as they go in. And there's also going to be detailed drawings of the backplate on this. So that's what a lot of you guys want to see. How is this going to go up against your building? And you'll be able to see that in this on those install instructions. So take advantage of it. Good technical drawings are there for you. Okay, let's get into a couple other things. Let's talk about finish on this. You've got a pull down menu that says choose your finish. So the first one where it says choose your finish, that's going to be for the overwhelmingly large part of the fixture. And the inset plate that's going to be kind of set way back inside of that is going to be the accent. Most people are going to do a contrast. Some people will do the same. But like I said, most people will do that contrast. And there's lots of great contrasting finishes that kind of complement each other too. So check them all out. There's a finishes help guide video. There's also, just on the bottom of this page, a little lower, you're going to see a chart. And that chart's going to show you more information about that. Let's talk about what's going on inside of this because you're going to want to know what's going on as far as lamping goes. It's going to be using two medium-based porcelain sockets like this. The recommended bulb is an A19. That's the size of a bulb we all grew up with, a normal 60-watt incandescent light bulb size. However, you can go up to 100 watts incandescent if you want to in this. And I found these bulbs out in the world still that are 100 watts incandescent. But if you want to go LED, you can do that too. And I think a lot of you guys are going to want to do that. These are some of the LEDs that exist. And remember, they're all the same size, A19, okay? This is a phosphorus one that has little lines running through it. This is kind of the old school LED that has a cob LED hiding inside this housing. There's other ones too, but as far as the size of the bulb getting into the fixture, this is the guy you're going to be looking for, the A19 bulb. And as far as lamping goes, when you get into the color of the light coming out of LEDs, well, I found this bulb up to 150 watt, actually it's this one, 150 watt equivalent. I think it was either General Electric or Westinghouse, and I got it at Walmart, and it was in the color temperature I like. So we talk about color temperatures in all these videos. 2700 Kelvin is going to be offered to you. That's going to be like a halogen bulb that's been dimmed down, or a setting sun that's very yellow. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, which sounds warm, but it's not warm. That's going to be kind of a bluish white light on an overcast day, or a hospital waiting room light, if you want to think about that. So that's going to be that kind of 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. But right in the middle of all that is going to be called warm white, which we like to use in our showroom. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. Nice warmth, 3,000 Kelvin warm white. So those are the easiest ones to find, quite honestly. So it's up to you. But like I said, you can get a lot of light out of this. The way the light comes out of this fixture, it doesn't produce a lot of light going out at you. It produces a wall washing effect. So it gives you kind of these beautiful, that gives you the design of the fixture itself, how you have the stepping in, but it also pushes light up and it pushes light down. So it'll put light down on the ground if you're going to be putting this along a walkway at night and you need to go from one place to another and be able to see your feet, basically. Okay, another little tidbit about this. So a lot of you guys out in the state of California are pulling permits for new construction or renovation, and the nice state of California has something called Title 24 compliancy, which means that they don't like these kind of sockets where you can put an incandescent bulb. They want you into something like this. This is a GU24 socket, and this is a GU24 bulb. So it kind of locks you out of doing anything other than putting in an LED, basically, and they just lock in. If you are looking to do something like that, and don't forget, you can use just a regular LED if you're not pulling those permits, but if they're going to be coming out to check on what you're doing, and I would check with your builder or your contractor or your electrician if you have to do this, if you are pulling permits, that's the key. So the pulling permits part is going to be a big deal because they'll check. Anyway, so just email us and say you're looking at the 43052. You need it to be California Title 24 compliant with a GU24 socket LED setup. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's Customs Department. It's going to come back with how we can help you, and you'll be good to go on all of that. They only use aircraft grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over on the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.